Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining me today. Think about it. Why is there so much evil in this world? And why are there so many evil people becoming more and more apparent in today's time? What makes a person, quote unquote, evil? Let's talk about it right here on Dion Nicole Inspired. Now, there's so many deeds that we see that are non-godlike on the news every day. There's so much gossip in the news, social media, that we can read and see the evil and how it's spreading in so many different ways. Not just crime, the most heinous crimes, but also a lot of lies, a lot of manipulation, a lot of cunning tricks to get ahead. Because of what reason? So I would say that we are all born into sin. We were all born as a sinner. And that's because of what happened in the beginning when Adam and Eve ate the fruit. It wasn't supposed to be that way, but it became that way. So now that everybody else is born initially into this evil world, what we have to do in order to be saved from this world or not corrupted from this world is to choose good. And I think that's where one of the mistakes starts. You see, everybody, there's a small percentage, I do feel, that truly want to worship Satan or truly want to be evil by choice. Yes, of course there's some. But there's some people that don't mean to end up evil. There's some people that slip into it without even realizing it. And before you know it, they're contributing evil into this world. So what do you mean, Dion? How is that? Well, this is how I think that works. You start off being a little, selfish. You start off having some issues in your life. Sometimes it's just that, a little something that you're dealing with as you're growing and as you're learning and as you're adjusting in your journey. But sometimes we hold on to those bad experiences. Sometimes some people hold on to those bad hurts, those pains, that rejection. Rejection is a big one. Also, unforgiveness, bitterness, resentment. Whatever the feeling is that some people hold on to, whatever the traumatic experience is that some people hold on to, that determines how they think, which determines how they act. You have to know that this mind-body connection is real. And I feel like it goes further than that. I feel like we're made of 3 components: your body, your mind, and your spirit. But your mind is connected to your soul, your feelings, and that's where your heart is. All of that has to be dealt with. So, evil people might just be people that started out having a lot of issues, or one issue led to another issue. And was it ever addressed? Was it ever dealt with? How did you cope with it? Evil people, quote unquote evil people, people that have let their issues progress, people that have let their issues mastersize in their mind, have coped with it in so many different ways. And sometimes if it's not dealt with after a period of time, in my opinion, it can turn into a spiritual thing. because I honestly feel like we're in a spiritual warfare. You have to be on the good side of that warfare. You have to make sure where your spiritual strength is coming from. Because if you're being fed by your negativity, if you're being fed by your broken wounds, if you're being fed by anything negative, what you think might be innocent can turn into a very bad negative spiritual battle. Before you know it, you've made agreement with that rejection spirit. You've made agreement with that low self-esteem spirit. You've made agreement with whatever it is, poor me, or I deserve more, or I need more. The world is serving up a lot of people, a lot of things to see. I see it and I want it. It's something about that greed. It's something about the technology of today's time that lets you see that you can have it right now. It's something about that that's not healthy. So we have to limit that and not let it consume us. We can't be so greedy, so selfish, because these two are sneaky signs that is used to turn your good heart into bad. How does evil spread in this world? By us. We started out as these beautiful babies. We started out as these precious souls. But just because you're a beautiful, precious baby, you still have to be taught. And you need good, strong parents, a good, strong leadership and background to teach right from wrong, yes from no. These are simple things, but these are things that a lot of grown people, fully grown people, still haven't learned today. So, lack of wanting anything more for your life, being content in just having what you have and not wanting to strive for anything more, or not having control of who you are, not having control of your will for your life and giving that control away to others, that is also a very sneaky tactic that can be used to keep evil spreading in the world. Because if you give your power away and you don't use it for what it's worth, for its own value, then that's an indirect way of spreading evil. We all need to speak our voice. And there's so many different, unique, beautiful ways to do it. Be encouraged to not stay stuck in whatever feeling that may not feel good. Be encouraged to heal from whatever minor wound that you might have right now. Because there's a sneaky, cunning enemy in the world that is looking to and fro for whom he may devour. And if you're caught up in the weaknesses of your mind, not knowing and realizing the truth in the power, in the spirit of the living God, if you can be distracted from that power or that truth, that's how evil spreads in the world. Anytime the spiritual connection is disconnected, that's how evil spreads in the world. We have to grab hold to what we know. Cast out all thoughts that are against the truth and the knowledge of Jesus Christ. And if nothing else, have common sense to know that whatever you're feeling in your gut that doesn't feel good, it's not good for you. Take a pause, meditate, think about good things, and seek for a positive source. That's how we stop spreading evil in the world. Just know that you should be encouraged, because the enemy only has a certain day and a certain time to be amongst this world. and to cause all of this hell. In the end, love wins. Love conquers all. Love never fails. We all started from love. And no matter how it looks, don't forget, that's where we all will end. Be encouraged, good people. Thank you for watching. I love you. I love you. Please pre-register, which is absolutely free, for our lunch party celebration on Zoom, March the 5th. If you will register at ibldee.com, you will be sent the private Zoom link. Please come in, let us see your faces, celebrate with us. We're looking forward to it. Freebies will be given, and we will tell you more about what we're doing for this year. Thanks for watching and take care. Mwah. Please check out our blogs if you haven't already about this subject, and every week we'll have more.